Hi, I'm Lori Herrick, Energy Management Administrator for the City of Virginia Beach. And the City of Virginia Beach has recognized that energy efficiency is very important. We're working on a number of projects here in the city that will reduce our energy and make us even more efficient. What does energy efficiency mean? Energy efficiency is the amount of energy that it takes to accomplish a task. When it's reduced, you still accomplish the task, but you have the savings. Not only are you saving energy, but you're saving dollars and you're reducing our carbon footprint.
Individuals and families everywhere are feeling the effect of rising fuel and energy costs. Many are taking steps to increase their energy efficiency to decrease costs.
And the City of Virginia Beach government is no different. They too are looking for ways to cut costs and save money. Your money.
For over 20 years, the Virginia Beach Visitor Center has served as a gateway to fun in the sun. Now, the building serves as a visible commitment to a citywide energy savings initiative.
Recognized by the Commonwealth of Virginia, a green destination, Virginia Beach takes sustainability very, very seriously. We start right here at the Virginia Beach Visitor Information Center. The Visitor Center is an integral part of the gateway to green tourism and is the first stop that visitors often make.
The Visitor Center was chosen for an energy audit because of its relatively small size but high energy consumption.
Knowing your building's baseline energy use is only part of the information needed for energy management. Periodic audits of the performance of equipment and other energy-using systems will help you identify lots of opportunities for improvement.
A typical office building uses about 20 kilowatt hours per square foot on an annual basis. And we've identified this building, the Visitor Center, as using 30 kilowatt hours per square foot. So it's using approximately 50% more than we would expect, and we're just coming out to find out why.
So, the city decided to conduct an energy audit on the building, starting with a review of the plans. Then,
it's typically a common sense type thing. We'd start on one end of the building and walk through and see, where is energy being used? Is it being used efficiently? Is there something we can do better? Is there more efficient equipment that can be put in? Those are the type of things we look for.
Keep in mind that an energy audit is something that you can accomplish on your own. Lots of what we're going to be looking at today are things that are applicable to your own home. Let's start out back. This is the outdoor condenser for the building's AC system. This area should be kept clear for easy airflow.
Also notice on the nameplate that it's got an energy efficiency rating of 11. A new modern unit would have an efficiency of probably 14. So a new unit would be 30% more efficient than this unit.
inside we find a 20-year-old air handler for the unit we just saw outside. Also, the building uses very inefficient electrical strip heating.
It costs approximately 70% more than a gas-fueled system and would be 3 times more expensive than a heat pump type heating system.
Most visitor centers feature vending machines, and Virginia Beach is no different. The cost of running these refrigerators is high, generally $400 a year per machine.
So it's something the building needs to think about when they determine how many vending machines they want in the building. In this case, we have 2 Coke machines. I'd recommend getting rid of at least one of them.
The center's conference room features gorgeous photos in lighted promotional boxes. The problem? The boxes are not switched, and they operate 24/7.
So what we would do in here is either put the boxes on a switch so that they can be controlled locally, or maybe even better, we'd put an occupancy sensor in here so that the lights would only come on when somebody walked into the room. They're probably right now using $400 a year in electricity cost, and a $75 occupancy sensor would probably save us $200 a year.
This thermostat serves one of the building's air handlers. It's not programmable, and it is locked to employees.
So in effect, the building is heated and cooled 24 hours a day, which is not the most energy efficient way to operate the building.
In the storeroom, we find a light switch hidden behind some boxes. The poor location leads to the switch being left on.
I'm looking at this room being an ideal candidate for an occupancy sensor. We only need lights on when there's somebody in the room, and it's the kind of room where lights tend to be left on by the occupants.
And here's a tip that you can use at home.
Lowering the temperature of your water heater by 10 degrees probably saves you 5% in water heater energy costs.
You know, at home we use our computers for lots of tasks, scheduling, maintaining a budget, even checking up on the latest news. But did you know that there are ways to save a little energy?
The two biggest consumers of power in your system is going to be your monitors and your hard drives that are in the systems. There's also an option, there's a couple options where you can put your computers into a low power state or a complete shut off, but retain your sessions in memory so make it quicker to come back to and to resume whatever you were doing on your computer.
To find your power options, select the Start button and go into the Control panel. From there, click on Performance and Maintenance and look for Power Options. Click there and a screen will show you your power settings. The default settings show that your monitor will turn off in 15 minutes, but it leaves your hard drive and system running.
Well, that will save some energy, but as they say, wait, there's more.
Click Turn Off Hard Drive. You will see several options, minutes, hours, and one that it never turns off. 15 minutes is recommended by tech support professionals. When it reaches this mark, the computer powers down your hard drive and it will go into a standby or low-powered mode. Another good option is Hibernate. The computer will go into standby and save whatever you're doing.
Some utility companies offer programmable thermostats that could help you save as much as 15% a year off of your energy bills. In addition,
there are lots of things that we can do to get our home ready. In addition to having a seasonal checkup on our systems to make sure that they're running the most efficiently, we want to make sure that we look for where air can escape in the home. If you go around and take a piece of paper up to the window or the door, you can see the air just hitting it, just subtly. That's a place where you might want to use weather stripping or caulk to fill in that gap.
A couple of other items to consider. Upgrade to a high-efficiency furnace. Make sure you have the proper amount of insulation. Change your air filters as needed. Place a foam backing inside outlet covers. Use a door the furthest away from a thermostat to avoid it triggering on and off. Consider a programmable thermostat and make sure that it's set to the correct day and time. And perform an energy audit.
speaking of energy audits, after the one performed on the Visitor Center, the city invested in several improvements that should result in substantial savings. So what will we see?
Here, the first improvement they see will be our energy-efficient LED lights in the parking lot. Inside, compact fluorescent light bulbs have replaced incandescent light bulbs, and new energy-efficient heat pumps have replaced the worn-out and inefficient HVAC system. You'll see our recycle bins and our computer kiosks.
Outside, old metal lamps for the flagpole were replaced by a new LED light fixture. This new technology only draws 16 watts of power, while the old ones drew 175 watts.
Also, we've installed them in our parking lot lights. There's 25 of these lights, and they draw 80 watts, where the old ones drew 150. So again, we're using half the electricity we did before.
Remember the old AC unit covered in pine needles?
We now have a 13-SEER heat pump taking its place, and this unit is 20% more efficient in cooling than the old unit and can heat the building at 1/3 the cost of the old electrical strip heaters.
Inside, controllable thermostats were installed for the heat pumps. Before, the units ran 24 hours a day, and now they go to an unoccupied mode at the end of the workday and come back on in the morning.
So again, we're going to be saving a tremendous amount of money just by doing the simple task of turning the unit off.
About those two vending machines that use $400 of energy each in a year?
So we've eliminated one, and now we operate one machine.
Occupancy sensors were installed throughout the building in appropriate places, like the conference room. What about those photo boxes on the wall?
We've installed a switch where we're able to turn them on when they're needed, and again, that's a great energy savings.
Major improvements in the lighting system using LED and lower wattages, using occupancy sensors and fluorescent lighting, a more efficient HVAC system and timers on exhaust fans and the water heater. What does this all add up to? Before the retrofits, the Visitor Information Center had a baseline Energy Star portfolio rating of 28. That score rose to 82 by December 2011 after the energy retrofits were completed. This equated to an energy usage drop of approximately 38%, with an annual savings of over $7,200.
So as a result of this hard work, in January 2012, the Virginia Beach Visitor Center earned the label of Energy Stars presented by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. The city has made a long-term commitment to the Environmental Protection Agency to improve energy efficiency and support the Energy Star Challenge.